Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. NicknLex here. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a new requester, basically a new person that sponsored this marathon. I want to welcome Mary to to the channel. Thank you so much for choosing a marathon, and I'm going to be very happy to do it, of course. And I hope everybody receives Mary with a warm welcome in the comment section once we're done. But thank you so much for reaching out and for choosing a marathon. And also I'm super excited because all these bands on this list are super brand new to me. I've never heard them before, so that's always exciting when I do music that I've never heard, and to react to something completely new and different. So thank you so much, Mary. I do appreciate it. So let's get going. Let's read the list and let's move forward. Thank you so much. Also, everyone who's new to the channel, tuning in for the first time, maybe your favorite band is on this list, and this is maybe the reason that you're watching this video. So if you like, you can subscribe or leave a like or dislike, whatever you feel like. All right, so the first one is a kind of hard to pronounce. I do my best. It says Siouxsie. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this. Siouxsie and the Banshees. Okay, and this is Cities in the Dust. Cities in Dust. This is from the album Tinderbox. This is 1986. All right, so we're off to a good start. All right, now the next artist is Brandi Carlile. The song is The Story, and from the album The Story. This is 2007. Then the next artist is Josh Ritter, The Curse. The album is 2010. So Runs the World Away, from 2010. And then the next artist is Blur. It says song number 2 from the album Blur, 1997. And the last one is Dar Williams, As Cool as I Am. And this is from the album Many Great Companions. All right. And let's see. And I messaged Mary here just to get the title right, because I think the song has a chorus that's so catchy that sometimes when you hear a chorus, you think that's the name of the song. And I think that's the misunderstanding that we had there for a couple of minutes, but we got it. We got the right song. We got everything in order. So without further ado, let's start off. I think I can take these off now. I do see well enough. I always mention this, but I do love wearing them. And I just, I don't know. I just did a marathon with my glasses on. So there you go. You got the professor look. All right, cool. So thank you again, Mary, for this awesome request. And here we go. Let's start it off with the band that I can't pronounce. Something in the Banshees. Let's see. Siouxsie. I think it's Siouxsie. You let me know if I got that right. Okay, here we go.
children were running. We found you hiding. We found you lying. Water was running. Children were running. We found you hiding. We found you lying. You'll see it, you lies and knows.
I love this style of music. It always reminds me of, like, you know, Bowie and what's the other band that I love? With another David, David from God, he was just we just watched a show and he was singing there. David, oh man, come on, my brain sometimes just shuts off. But Talking Heads, David. But just like I love these 80s, you know, sounds and this voice, the female voice reminds me so much. I don't know why, but of B-52s. I don't know. I'm sure there's not a connection, but just the way she, the falsetto she does there a little bit, really cool. Let's keep going. Really nice. I just like it. Very cool and moving and really cool. Yeah. Really cool. It reminded me a little bit of The Cure, I guess. I haven't heard that much of them, but I think the musical direction. I mean, I did look up the band. They're from London, England, and it just says rock. It doesn't say anything like indie or, you know, pop or anything. It is straight up rock. But it did remind me a little bit of that kind of style, and but I really like the tune, really catchy, you know, really awesome, and a new band, you know, band to know. All right, now we're gonna do the story from the album The Story. Let's see here, and Brandi Carlile. So we got two female vocalists so far. I love it because we did a lot of marathons last week, but they were all from the 70s. We got more 80s stuff here. The Story is from, this one is 2007. All right, 1 second. I thought I turned that off. There we go. It's usually never on. Okay, here we go. Excuse me about that.
All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been, and now I got to where I am. But these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell them to. It's true, I was made for you. I climbed across the mountain tops, swam all across the ocean blue. I crossed over lands and I broke all rules, and baby I broke them all for you. Oh, because even when I was flat broke, you made me feel like $1,000,000. You do. I was made for you. You see the smile that's on my mouth. It's hiding the words that don't come out. All of my friends who think that I'm blessed, they don't know my head is a mess. No, they don't know who I really am, and they don't know what I've been through like you do. And I was made for you. All of these lines across my face tell you the story of who I am. So many stories of where I've been, and now I got to where I am. Oh, but these stories don't mean anything when you've got no one to tell them it's true. I was made for you. Oh yeah, it's true that I was made for you.
Very good. I didn't even pause. I couldn't. At the beginning with the acoustic guitar and the singing, I was like, ooh, this is gonna be too emotional for me. But then when the distortion kicked in, I was like, okay, I'm safe. A beautiful voice, beautiful story of, the story. Beautiful lyrics, and even the solo, really cool, really straightforward rock, really cool. And I loved her voice when she kind of like, even when she did really high, when she was singing, and it kind of like the raspiness took over, and it kind of like, I don't know how you call it when that happens, but actually in English, but I loved it. It gave the song even more meaning. It was just like more, almost like a singing with despair, So that was really cool, and it reminded me of like, voices in rock, like Tom York, really really powerful. But of course, a lot of female voices as well that are, like, I don't know why I was thinking of Regina Spektor, who is a more softer voice, but also very strong. Just the presence that you feel, when you listen to the music. But yeah, of course, man, there's so many female vocalists in rock that are amazing. Alanis, man, Alexei would be, of course, she knows way more than I do. But hey, let's not compare. Let's just take her who she is. Very original. I mean, it still sounds very original what she does. Okay, now this next one, I think we do have Josh here, Josh Ritter. And just from the picture, it looks like acoustic music. Let's check it out. When is this from? 2010. All right. All right. Here we go with The Curse. Beautiful chords. Can't breathe.
He opens his eyes, falls in love at first sight with the girl in the doorway. What beautiful lines, how full of life after thousands of years. What a face to wake up to. He holds back a sigh as she touches his arm. She dusts off the bed where till now he's been sleeping under miles of stone. The dried fig of his heart under scarab and bone starts back to its beating. She carries him home in a beautiful boat. He watches the sea from a porthole in stowage. He can hear all she says as she sits by his bed, and one day his lips answer her in her own language. The days quickly pass, he loves making her laugh. The first time he moves, it's her hair that he touches. She asks, are you cursed? He says, I think that I'm cured. Then he talks of the Nile and the girls in bulrushes. In New York he is laid in a glass-covered case. He pretends he is dead. People crowd round to see him, but each night she comes round, and the two wander down the halls of the tomb that she calls a museum. Often he stops to rest, but then less and less. Then it's her that looks tired, staying up asking questions. He learns how to read from the papers that she is writing about him, and he makes corrections. It's his face on her book. More and more come to look families from Iowa, Upper West Siders. Then one day it's too much. He decides to get up and as chaos ensues, he walks outside to find her. She's using a cane and her face looks too pale, but she's happy to see him. As they walk he supports her. She asks, are you cursed? But his answer's obscured in a sandstorm of flashbulbs and rowdy reporters.
Wow, Alexia would love this. I mean, I'm loving it, but she's a sucker for this kind of music. This is like her. That's where she, that's right up her alley. I guess that's why I mentioned Regina Spektor, like that piano, that bum 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 bum, almost like a sped up waltz, really cool. And the lyrics, I'm kind of like having a hard time to follow along because it's so fast, but there's so much story. I can see this is a storyteller, really cool. Josh Ritter, I'm gonna have to look into him a little more. I pulled him up here and it says 100 greatest living songwriters. Wow. That's what I love about people like, Joni Mitchell and, who's the guy that I just did? Just good lyricists, I mean, yes, they play an instrument, but their forte is the storytelling. And then he has a beautiful voice, so instant win. Really cool, really cool. Thank you for showing me this. I'm gonna play this obviously right now when Alexia comes home to her, though.
Reporters. such reanimation. The two tour the nation. He gets out of limos, he meets other women. He speaks of her fondly, their nights in the museum. But she's just one more rag now he's dragging behind him. She stops going out, she just lies there in bed, in hotels and whatever towns they are speaking. Then her face starts to set and her hands start to fold, and one day the dried figure of her heart stops its beating. Long ago on the ship, she asked why pyramids. He said think of them as an immense invitation. She asked, are you cursed? He said, I think that I'm cured. Then he kissed her in hope that she'd forget that question.
Beautiful. Very, very cool. Yeah, when I listen to this, like, you know, people like Cat Stevens comes to mind. Al, is it Al Stewart? Al Stewart. Just storytelling, you know. Elton John, you know. A lot of people that are very strong storytellers. Very beautifully sung, very beautifully played. Just a great tune. All right, so let's move it along with Blur. We're gonna do Blur from the album Blur, song number 2. Here we go. Wow, very short. I didn't have the heart to pause it. But this is like the music that we would come up with, you know, in high school when we were learning how to play. Just a bunch of power chords, you know, some lyrics. It reminded me a little bit of, you know, the grunge scene, you know, the Seattle like scene. I'm sure like we have this one subscriber, Matt. He's gonna love this. I'm sure he's gonna know it. Yeah, it did remind me of like early Nirvana, maybe, you know, the first album. I think Bleach was it or something. I don't know if it was called Bleach, but something like that. But yeah, just like Smashing Pumpkins, you know, just like distorted to hell. Really cool. I loved it. Very, very good. Okay, and we've arrived. We arrived at the end. As Good as I Am by Dar Williams. And this is from, when was this Blur one from? 97. So yeah, it's like the grunge, you know, middle of the grunge craze. So this is Many Great Companions, 2010, Dar Williams. Let's see what we have here.
Yeah, there was a time I didn't like the love, I liked the climate. She was no sister then, was running out of time and one-liners. And I was afraid, like you are when you're too young to know the diamond. And so I watched the way you take your fear and toward the horizon. You point, you have a word for every woman you can lay your eyes on. Like you own them just because you bought the time. And you turn to me, you say you hope I'm not threatened. Oh, I'm not that petty. As cool as I am, I thought you'd know this already. I will not be afraid of women. I will not be afraid of women.
That's exactly the one. When Mary sent me the song, she was like, do Dar Williams, I Will Not Be Afraid of Women. And I looked for it and I looked for it and I was like, oh my God, I can't find the song. So I Googled it and then it came up the lyrics, but it said it's this one. So that's why I kind of like knew that was gonna come up as the chorus. Really cool. I'm loving it. This sounds like a little bit like, you know, like Alanis a little bit. Really good.
So now we're at a club, we watch the woman dance and she is drunk and she is smiling and she's falling in a slow descending funk. And the whole bar is loud and proud and everybody's trying, yeah. You play the artist, saying is it how she moves or how she looks? I say it's loneliness, suspended to our own like grappling hooks. And as long as she's got noise, she's fine. But I could teach her how I learned to dance when the music's ended. Oh, 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 and that's not petty. As cool as I am, I thought you know this already. I will not be afraid of women. I will not be afraid of women. Try to make me doubt, to make me guess. Try to make me feel like a little less. Oh, I liked you when your soul was bared. I thought you knew how to be scared. And now it's amazing what you did to make me stay. But truth is just like time, it catches up and it just keeps going. Oh, oh, oh. So I'm leaving, you can find out how much better things can get. And if it helps, I'd say I feel a little worse than I did when we met. So when you find someone else, you can try again, might work next time. You look out of the kitchen window and you shake your head and say, look, if I could believe that stuff, I'd say that woman has a halo. And I look out and say, yeah, she's really blonde. And then I go outside to join the others. I am the others. Oh, 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 and that's not easy. I don't know what you saw. I want somebody who sees me. I will not be afraid of women. I will not be afraid of women.
Well, I think that at the end was almost like maybe like a didgeridoo, but also that thing that you put in your mouth and you're like, boom, boom, or a harmonica, all three of them together. I don't know, but this was great. It was just awesome to listen to some newer, like maybe 90s, 2000s, later 2000s songs of female vocalists and bands. I did enjoy every single song a lot, very, very much. Josh Ritter kind of like really got me, really, like I really enjoyed it. Blur was a lot of fun. This last one was a lot of fun, a lot of movement, just very inviting and easy listening. And also the first one that I can't pronounce, please let me know how to maybe write it, but also the story, beautiful. I loved how it started with the acoustic guitar and then got really heavy. There's a lot of good music here, and I'm sure like Matt is gonna be a number one fan of this marathon. He just loves more, I think I want to say more independent music, more indie, not so well known. Not that this is indie or not well known, but just in that they're just bands that are smaller bands, maybe not as big, but that doesn't make them less great. So thank you so much, Mary, for this amazing marathon. Thank you for reaching out, for making this video happen. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And also everyone for watching. You might even find your favorite artist in one of those marathons. So that's the beauty of sharing these videos and making these marathon videos. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.